The Whispering Dawn, Part 1, Narrator Voice, calm, deep, mysterious. The world was not silent. It only pretended to be. When the wind crossed the hollow plains, it carried the memory of things that once lived there. Voices buried in the soil, names forgotten by the sun. And yet the land breathed, quietly, patiently, as if waiting for someone to return. No one had walked these roads for 100 years, but the dust still rose as though footsteps never left. In that illusion of movement, the earth whispered, "Welcome back." A single traveler moved through the gray. His name no longer mattered, not here. He wore a coat torn by time, its fabric soaked with storms of countless journeys. His boots left shallow imprints that filled with mist. He carried no light, yet somehow the shadows parted for him. The air around him hummed like distant thunder learning how to speak. He didn't remember where he came from, but he remembered the promise that he would return when the stars changed color. And tonight they did. The sky above wasn't black, it was bruised violet, trembling with a soft pulse. Between the stars were cracks of white flame, like someone had tried to sew heaven shut and failed. He stopped to look up, and the light reflected in his eyes. The eyes of someone who had seen the end once before and didn't flinch to see it again. The wind spoke first, soft, haunting tone. "Why have you come back?" He didn't answer. He only looked toward the horizon where a faint glow bled from behind the mountains. Not the glow of dawn, but of something waking up. Narrator, slow, reflective. Every story begins with a lie, and his lie was simple, that he was still alive. He remembered fire, the smell of ash in his lungs. "A name," Alara whispered as he fell through smoke. Then darkness, centuries of it, until tonight, until the stars changed color and the earth called his name again. He began walking. Each step sounded like the tick of a clock counting backward, through valleys filled with whispering reeds, through forests that bowed their ancient heads. And when he reached the old river, the one that once divided the living from the lost, the water parted for him. He crossed without a ripple, low voice, calm but chilling. "The world remembers," the wind said. "But memory cuts both ways." He smiled faintly as if the words were an old song. He had sung it once, a long time ago, before he had traded his heartbeat for something heavier. He reached the ruins by night's end. A city once filled with light now lay under a blanket of stone and vine. Towers leaned like tired sentinels, their glass eyes shattered to dust. In the center, a clock tower still stood, frozen at midnight, its hands rusted yet still humming faintly with an ancient pulse. He touched the base of the clock and whispered, "I'm back." The ground answered with a tremor. The city awoke. Not with noise, but with memory. The faint sound of laughter echoing through walls, the creak of doors that had not opened in lifetimes, the phantom steps of a crowd that wasn't there. Shadows walked where people used to. The air shimmered with half-remembered lives. And then a whisper, soft, familiar, female voice, faint, memory echo. "You promised you'd return when the dawn forgot its name." He froze, his breath caught like a ghost in his throat. "Alara." The voice came again, closer this time. "You kept your promise, but you shouldn't have." He turned slowly, and there she was, or rather the shape of her. A figure made of light and dust, wearing the same white dress she wore the night the world burned. Her face was both beautiful and broken, like a memory fraying at the edges, narrator soft. He reached out, but his hand passed through her. She smiled sadly. "You can't touch what's already gone." He lowered his hand. The silence between them was vast and tender, like two graves facing each other. "I came back for you," he said. Her expression darkened. "No, you came back for redemption." And with that, the wind shifted again, colder, sharper. The city trembled as though remembering a storm. Narrator, rising tension. Above them, the stars flickered, one by one, winking out until only a single light remained, pulsing in the sky like a heartbeat. Alara looked up. "He's waking up." The traveler turned. "Who?" "The one you bound in your place." And for the first time, the traveler felt it. A low, rolling vibration beneath his feet, like a sleeping god stirring in its dream. The cracks between the stones glowed with molten light. The tower's hands began to move, ticking forward after 100 years. Midnight shifted. The next second, the world exhaled. Narrator, slow, ominous. And the dawn began to whisper again.